And it works. Magic.
Okay, yeah. So hi everyone, I am here with Olga and you're doing some incredible work in blockchain in a really impressive leadership role, globally,
Exactly.
in terms of what you're doing. So maybe you can explain to everyone about, firstly, what is blockchain? There's so much misnomer about there's so much fear around it. Is it something dodgy? What is it? Maybe you
Oh
can
my
break
goodness!
that down.
Actually, it's so simple. It's just decentralized ledger, right? So it's a ledger that records transactions. It's just the difference that it's not on one place on one server. It's distributed through the network of servers, right? But why is this special? What it does is that you can create money or you can create digital record, that is not hosted by one party but hosted by different people hosting a lot of servers, right? So the special thing about it, you cannot kill this thing. So this is how Bitcoin actually came around. The first cryptocurrency, post-national currency that came around 10 years ago. It's basically a ledger. I own you that much money, you own me that much money, and it's recorded on millions of computers, right? So even if some computers get shut down or break down, the record is still there, right? So it's the first decentralized money.
Right, exactly. So maybe you can talk about the exchange.
Yeah, well, I personally, my name is Olga Feldmeier, as you said, right? I was in banking before and used to work for UBS and Barclays Capital. And then I discovered, that innovation will not be happening there in banking. Innovation will happen outside, right? And I basically joined Bitcoin Custodian back in 2015. And then later I created a company called Smart Valor. Here.
See the shirt?
So this is showing up. And special funding mechanism, right? Companies do not issue shares. Companies traditionally issue tokens, and those tokens, they're super liquid, promoted, staked. So all of this stuff, right? It's maybe sounds very technical, but
there's been a lot of press lately about the need to regulate blockchain, and also a lot of confusion too, even within the different federal exchanges about what is classifies as security and what is not a security, and how does that relate to digital assets.
Exactly.
So what's your take on all of that?
Well, I think blockchain technology has been developing, and we achieved a lot in the last 10 years, but it's just now that we're standing on the edge of really bringing this innovation to masses and having an impact, right? I give you several examples. So for example, right,
arms trafficking,
whole nation into the wrong idea, and then you can destroy democracy,
Exactly.
But
the
you
use
can
of
also
bots and all this kind of
exactly,
technology.
but you can also use it to detect cancer early on. So we can put shares of technology companies, of any companies, on the blockchain, and we can enable global funding of those companies. So anybody, anywhere in the world, if they, hold any type of digital currency like Bitcoin or anything else, right, they could purchase a stake in innovative companies, and that is something that we never had before, right? It's super regulated industry. Look, if you want other people to participate in your company, you'd better go and do IPO on NASDAQ, right? Or New York Stock Exchange, and spend several millions for Goldman Sachs and people like that, right? So the innovation of a blockchain technology is that it enables value to travel at the same speed and at the same reach as information on the internet, right? And add to this global money, cryptocurrencies, anybody can own it, and you arrive at the future of financial services.
Right. And I know for a lot of people out there, privacy is a major issue, right?
Exactly.
There's all this fear and concern about how much do our governments know about us, or how much do large corporates.
This is what I absolutely admire. Privacy of information used to be the privilege of the rich.
Yeah.
If you would be a Russian oligarch or, I don't know, some Chinese entrepreneur, and you want, your government don't mess with your information and your money, you can use cryptocurrencies that are specifically created with, features that protect your privacy, like Monero and Dash, and there are many of those, right? And the special thing about those cryptocurrencies is that we can enable, IML control, while at the same time protecting privacy of the people. And this is also something that we never had before, right? in a pure decentralized and democratized way. And
Right.
it's just, there is so much stuff. And this is what I love, companies like ours, everybody's taking participation in this conversation and contributing to the tech for good.
Great. And so I want to invite you to share with your network Showing Up, because that is a platform that we're creating to have people share their stories about where they're showing up
Exactly.
to affect change for good. And so it's a real opportunity to try and find all these incredible people around the world at a grassroots level, mums and dads, kids, business leaders, women, men who are willing to step out of the status quo and do things differently, to actually come and share their stories so that we can understand what are the key issues for people and how collectively can we tackle them together
I love
to actually
that.
affect change.
That's amazing. Guys, join us. That's an amazing place to be. Join this live stream, right?
Live stream. And you can catch this live stream.
Thank you so much.
Thank
So,
you.
cheers.
Okay. And let's have a look at this beautiful street of Davos down here. There's so much happening.